Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to call this the Bushiroad Roundup. That's because I'm going to go over Weiss Schwarz releases on the JP side, looking at Quintessential Quintuplets official card game, Weiss Schwarz Rose, and Weiss Schwarz English. First up here is going to be the release this Friday of Love Live Trial Deck and Booster Box. You also have Tying the Knot coming out as well. Trial deck on Tying the Knot. It is 3 SPs inside of here. And if you're wondering what the card art looks like, there's some interesting ones in here. You can see this all on the JP website right now. You have one sister, two sister, three sisters. And the big question is, can you line up these cards? You kind of can, but they're zoomed in and zoomed out. Pretty neat that they did that. You also have your SPs here, which if you don't notice, the background and the color of the card itself matches the color of the eyeballs. I like when they do that. I mean, it looks very nice. And this, of course, is a trial deck, so the SPs match in that way. And what I mean is, you have not seen trial deck SPs in a while. You know what? They all look just about this. Maybe a little different on the background, but truly, this is your standard SP. You know, you have the person and then a background and nothing fancy about it. But this one actually looks pretty cool. I mean, they have this frame going on, they got the colors. I enjoy this one. We have flowers on this one. Looks pretty nice. Like I said, Booster Box comes out on April 18th. Not much is really known about it as in terms of card art, but you do have three AGRs this time, and they look like this. Here you go. There it is. Very pretty, very pretty. But my only complaint about AGRs, as I said before, is just kind of looks like a standard pose. You just have them standing here or sitting, and that's it. But the cool part is, of course, it is an AGR, which means you are going to get these with serial numbers and their hand sign autograph on there. On the trial deck for Love Live, I don't really have to say much about this one. You can just see what's happening on the screen, and that's going to be, let's see the description. SP card with a foiled stamp member icon is released. So as I mentioned before about standard SPs, you can see this right here. It's standard. You have a background. This is nice and bubbly, of course. And then the person just posing. And this time around, no signature. Now moving on to the booster box. What we got in here? We got one Sir, 9 SECs, 3 triple rare plus, 9 SPs. And when I started looking at this, I'm like, you know, what's missing here? The SEC plus, SSP. I'm so used to that from like the recent releases that we've had. Here are your cards. If you take a look at the SPs, yep, just your standard SPs. Feel like I've been saying that all video because I probably have been. And then down below here is your SECs. I think what would have been really cool about this, because if you take a look at this, the background looks, it's not exactly the same just because of what's happening in the actual art. Like the character is covering up part of the frame, but it really would be cool if they linked up together. I really would have liked that to happen. You get it? You get it? Anyways, going over here, here's your Sir, and why it's called a Sir is because this is not a hand signed version. This is stamped on here, but it's still a serial number version card. See that in the bottom right. Let me see if I can zoom in more. Nope, I cannot. It's in the bottom right here is your serial number. So what do you think about that? You have your AGRs, you have your SIRs. I wonder what the price really will be, right? We know that right now people are pricing AGRs depending on the set, right? Because you saw what happened with Laid Back Camp, not as expensive as some of these other ones. We'll see where a Sir actually ends up at. This will be a nice chance to see that. And then with Love Live, the thing that I didn't like about it was the art of the SP. That's why I didn't care about it. So I'm going to show you three cards here. These are literally three different cards, but they're the same card. Different, but same. Okay, so this is your rare, this is your super rare, and this is your SP. So if you didn't collect the SP, you wanted it, you couldn't get it, or maybe it's too expensive, you get the SR. And if that's expensive as well, then you could just pick up the rare. Isn't that nice? It helps out in that way, I guess you could say. And flipping back over to this one, the one thing I want to say about the AGRs or SIRs, I've said before, it's just a standard pose. Take a look at this one for Fairy Tale 100. Let me see. I'm gonna actually move this over to paint so I can zoom in more. Let's do some justice to this. Take a look at this. This is the AGR that you're getting for Fairy Tale 100, not your standard pose. Isn't that very nice? Even then, yeah, it's just a nice looking card. You have the serial number in the bottom right. Really cool looking. I just say that because I really wish some of these other ones, like this one right here, or this one, just has a little bit more effort. Did they really put it? Yeah, you even have like the same background, this diamond thing going on back there. But again, if you get these cards, it's super awesome because they're special, they're serial number, they're limited, and you get in the at the very least the AGRs a hand signed on there, which makes it really nice. But I'd love to see more of this happening. Actually, more of this happening with these AGRs. I think that make it even more special. Okay. Now going over here, quintessential quintuplets. I have to talk about this. I haven't talked about this basically at any time or anywhere. It's gonna it's the booster box volume number 3. Why this one's even more special is because I mean just look at the box. It looks very pretty. The booster packs looks very nice. You also have this amazing limited PR pack. This is pretty cool. You have an 8.3% shot at a PRSP, which is a luxury foil stamping. They actually have. I really wonder in my mind sometimes. I'm like, man, how many rarities are you going to be putting in some of this stuff? You have a PR, you have a PR plus, and then you have a PRSP. Ooh, I know. The mention of SP makes it very exciting, right? That's interesting. So this is one pack, and I hopefully this translated correctly. One pack of Haruba Negi Premium First Edition Limited PR pack containing the original comic illustration is included in one box. So you have that going on for it. Look at Miku over there. She looks like she's ready to punch somebody. And why that's very important is because this is the Miku box. We already had the Ichika. We already had the Nino. It is Miku time. If you're wondering why I'm talking about this, it's because I love Miku. There you go. This is your SSSP Super. Or it's Secret Super Special. Dang, okay. This is a newly drawn illustration and luxury serial number foil stamping and autograph card, man. And the nice part is they tell you it's one up to 99 of these in existence, right? That's very nice that they let us know how many are in here. And you just take a look at these. That includes gorgeous foil stamp autographs of the cast members. I love that Nino right there. She got it looks like a heart chocolate in front of her mouth. Yes, they're all having some Valentine's gifts. I think it's Valentine's because it's got to be hearts, right? It's not Christmas. But no matter what, looks very awesome. Okay, if you're wondering about this, you could check out the other two SSSPs. Here is your Nino. Can I click? There you go. You got your Nino right here, Changing Days, and then you also have Ichika right there. So these have been doing pretty much okay, as you expect. The SSSP very expensive. I've seen it on one site for 800,000 yen. Over on this site, 1 million, of course, sold out. So what the real price is at this point, who really knows? But it's just expensive all around. But look at these cards. I looked at this myself and I'm like, I've seen some of the art already. I'm not sure if I'm totally down to rebuy some of the same looking cards, but overall, I think if you don't own any of these cards, if you love the quintessential quintuplets, if you want a shot at the SSSP, then maybe you think about going ahead and getting it. I haven't heard outside of this too much about this set, especially on the English world, right? Like, uh, you really hear people talking about quintessential quintuplets, the official card game. But I will say this, there's always money to be made somewhere. Is this the right set for you to purchase? I'll let you decide on that one. Now, moving on here to Weiss Schwarz Rose, there's been a lot of card reveals at this point, and if you did not know, they are putting it all under their website, which is kind of nice because before, like when you would go to Weiss Schwarz, like card of the day, you could see it there, but it's not on the actual product page. You have to go hunting around for it sometimes on social media. But the big problem with this set so far, people are hoping for a bit more, and you did not get it. right? But you have to remember inside of the booster box of, here we go, Yuzu Soft. I was like, how far do I have to go down here to get this? You have an autograph rare, 2 SECs, 3 SSPs, 9 SPs, 14 OFRs, 86 super rares, and there are a lot of card missing. People are a little saddened by what we had here under the SEC, the SSP, and the SPs. But I was saying, like, you'll probably see more in the SR slot. So they gave us a couple more here. You do see some of the ones that you potentially want. I'm just going to scroll down and you can take a look. You're going to see potentially more of this in the other rarities. I don't know why. I started thinking in my mind they were just trying to keep it classy in the signature rares. But you also, if you want to take a look, just go out to Yute and take a look at Yuzu Soft. They had 3 different releases, and this didn't vary much from those releases, as in what got signatures. You will notice some of these had signatures from that release as well. So I'm thinking in my mind that it's gotta be under the SRs or the OFR that you're gonna see what you're gonna want to see. Trial deck wise, we got all of the different cards in here. You have 3 SPs. There are some, the majority of the cards come from the booster box, and you can just take a look at some of these other SPs. This is probably what some of the other people want. So if you're interested in this, maybe you purchase the trial deck for the shot at the SPs, okay? Now, moving over here, we had English release talk, and that was because we had the conference. We had premium booster box Licorice Recoil. Let me zoom in there for you. We got Disney Mirrorverse, only applicable to 5 different countries, but you can get it other places. And lastly, Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage. And I got confused for a second. All right, I had to go back and take a look at this picture because it's a trial decks and a booster pack. And I'm like, okay, great. Because originally, when I heard this announced, I was thinking in my mind, we got this version. You don't know what this is. This is the Hatsune Miku concert that was just on a TV. People got tricked. But really, people were hoping for this version right here. This is the GOAT concert, I guess you could say, of Hatsune Miku. Not this version. But what I am talking about here is because if you did not realize this, there was a collection pack Project Sakai colorful stage. This is what I was getting confused about. I'm like, we got this version? I'm like, no. No, we can't be getting this version because this released on January 10th, 2025. If you did not hear much about it, it's because not a lot of people cared about it. Why do I say that? Because it's this one's interesting. One pack is 1 card, 1 box is 20 packs, 1 carton is 24 boxes, 26 types. Okay. What that really just means in the end is there's only 26 cards. Literally this right here. This is it. All 26. And you can see some sold out. And the reason why is just because there, I guess you could say 2 reasons. Playability, and then lastly, just the fact that these are shiny cards if you just wanted to collect them. So very nice. They are all sparkly specifications. I was like, oh, are we getting this one? And I'm like, no, we're not. We're getting this one. So on the JP side, this released on February 11th, 2022. There is a booster box, and count them. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trial decks. Yes, good luck with that. This is what I was mentioning about on that stream where they announced it. It is very expensive. I remember people buying this thing. Yeah, 5 trial decks. And if you don't remember anything about it, the worst part about it, not the fact that these are all lovely cards, it's SSP. SSP inside of the trial decks. Hatsune Miku SSPs. Yeah, good luck when you go ahead and buy this. So if you are one of those people that really want this set, just know ahead of time that it is SSPs. See this? There's no SPs. There's a VR inside of the booster box, but you are going to be in high rarity zone when it comes to these pulls. So good luck with that. Quintessential Quintuplets booster box, premium booster box that is. Over here, I'm still just watching this. I haven't done a video on it because I'm still in watch mode because this is a premium booster box. If you know my history with premium booster boxes, I hate premium booster boxes. And one asked if I bought some of this. I only bought enough that if it sells out, I won't feel bad. But have I invested in this? No, not yet. Right? Because the way premium booster boxes play out, we'll see if that changes. And why I say I bought enough that I don't feel bad, because Quintessential Quintuplets potentially had the chance to break the curse of what I see happening with premium booster boxes. So we'll see what actually happens here. But if I am wrong on breaking the curse, I should be able to pick up more that I want. Okay, that at this point I'm content with what I have and I'm not really worried about it. So what we have here is 10 listings, currently 33.50. People are buying this. Remember, because there are some meta usage for it. We already know Nino got banned on the JP side. Not banned, but it got a little hurt by the recent changes to the ban slash restriction list. So people are buying this set. It's interesting to watch. You have cases out here for 10.99.93, and there's only been 2 sales of cases so far. Now, if you just take a quick look at high to low, let's see what we got. We got Itsuki. Oh shoot, Itsuki over here on your thing. So if you don't remember, we got the bridal version and then we got the swimsuit version in the set. Outside of that, I don't really want to talk too much about it. Actually, let me do the IGP and normal just so you can see this is still high to low. The big thing was about this whole Nino card, right? Like people were like, this is going to be very expensive. And I told you to hold off on it because there wasn't many listed on the release night. Yeah, we stayed up watching it. Go back to the English conference if you didn't see it. We stayed up to see what the prices would be. I told you to wait. The biggest problem with premium booster boxes is you have all the same art and you have it 3 different ways. So right here, you have the IGP, you have the normal version, and just take a look at the prices on this. Right, we got 11.50 plus 99-cent shipping, and then you have this one where it's $8.99 including shipping. Okay, I mean, people can attempt to try to buy out the normal version, but then you also have to remember there's an IGP version. So as I could see watching these prices, they are continuing to keep dropping. The more interesting part is how many cards do you see above $5 at this point? And that's the biggest flaw of the premium booster box. The limited amount of cards and the fact that you have multiple versions of it. And you'd be like, well, didn't you just show me earlier this card right here where you have 3 different versions? Right, but the problem is it's a little bit harder to get that SR just because the amount of cards inside. Okay, that's just inside the booster box. But when you have a premium booster box where you're basically guaranteed to get an IGP or an SP, whatever they call them, is it SP? Yeah, I think it's SP. When you're guaranteed to actually get that inside of a pack, that's where you get more of the cards, okay? Especially if it's a set that's going to be widely open. That's the biggest problem. That's why I don't like premium booster boxes. Now, moving over here, I will say this. Booster pack, Rascal Does Not Dream series. Abandon all hope. That's it. Abandon all hope. That's it. That's all I want to tell you. Please be informed that the contents of this product differs from the Japanese version. And with that, as always, have fun, be happy, don't spend anything outside your budget. I'll see you around later. Oh, totally messed that up. But it doesn't matter because all hope is lost. Bye.